Lance Mechanics here today, and I got another tool review. XTOOL sent me this little handheld scan tool, or I shouldn't say handheld, it pairs with your phone. The difference is this one has a display for battery voltage. We're gonna really put that to the test here with my little tool here. But let's start with the unpackaging. It seems pretty simple. I haven't done anything with it yet. It feels good. What's this? Oh, what? Dude, okay. I was not expecting that. That means this has a little battery in there. Well, look at that. It's got the vehicle, Bluetooth, and power. That's interesting. And a flashlight. I've never seen a flashlight in one of these before. It has to be the first. Someone could correct me in the comments. Plus a display. Displays are becoming very common. So before you go running out the window saying, I don't need a display, the scan tool has the data. What if you have a no start, no power, or you're just troubleshooting? Bear with me. You plug this in and the first thing you see is 9.6 or less volts. That's a telltale sign. Get a battery charger on there, get a booster, do a battery test, start there before you start going too far. So, because I pulled it out too quick, there's a little quality test sheet in here, gives some information. This is the A30M model, whatever that means. This, with the light, still can't get over that. So, first things first, we're gonna test this screen. I'm gonna hook it up to my little tool over here, and we're gonna see the voltage this can go up to. I may fry the tool before I even get a chance to test it, but you know, that's what this is for. We're gonna test. All right, so I got this set up. Pins 4 and 5 are always ground. Pin 16 is your power. We'll power this on and see what happens. Maybe it needs to see more. Well, I got 13 volts there. So, you figured it would have done chassis and power. Let's play around with this. All right, idiot me. Reverse mirror image, I had it backwards. So already I got it on. We can see there's a 0.3 volt disparity. It's drawing 73 milliamps. Let's see. This is course. What this thing will read safely. We could let out the smoke here. We'll go up to the max. We'll just do that. So there's the disparity here. So 29 and 26.9, you guys can do the math, but obviously there's a percentage here that it's accurate. Do I fault the tool? No, but 0.3 volts. So let's go down to 12.6 and see what we get. I trust this tool here. Let's go. You're probably screaming. I could do the fine adjustment. Close enough. So 0.2 volt difference at this range, and we'll say if your car is charging at 13, that will do 14.6. That's a pretty common. 14.5, half a volt difference. So a little telltale sign, nice to have. Would I rely on it? Honestly, not at this point. That's not accurate enough for me, but they did pack a lot into this little tool, so we'll go with that. All right, so let's talk about the app you're gonna have to download. You can download it on Google Play. It's XTOOL. They're gonna ask you for your model, which mine's an A30M. You're gonna download it. Then you're gonna have to plug in this to a car with a key in the run position. You're gonna pair it with Bluetooth. That's good there. Next, you're gonna go into auto scan or settings, and you're gonna put in all the information on this quality control card. You see it has the activation code here. Put all that in. Then next, you're gonna download the updates. There's a lot of them. Mine had 113. It basically looks like it programs this, and then you're good to go. So let's use it on the car. As you can see, my footwell on the Jeep Gladiator has plenty of light, but not all cars are like that. So we're gonna activate the light here, and you can see that is a nice feature to have. It actually does pretty good. I'd be curious to see how long the battery lasts in here, and if it's being charged while it's being plugged in. That's interesting because it doesn't look very serviceable to pull this apart. So we'll plug it in. There, and you can see the voltage. The vehicle is currently not on, the door's open, so yep, it should be at 12.6 to be honest. It was just running, it might even be a little higher. But let's go with the diagnostics now. All right, so it's updated, it's connected, we got it plugged in. You can see the 3 lights on the bottom, I'll show you there in a minute. Just showing a red one for power, blue for it's connected to Bluetooth, and the green. So we're gonna go into diagnostics. Actually, let's try auto scan and see what we get. This is all gonna be raw. I'm not gonna edit this. We're just gonna, oh, picking up the Chrysler. Yes, this is a Jeep Gladiator. Let's click. For those who don't know, Chrysler, Fiat, whatever you want to call it, Stellantis, they literally force you to pay to get into the security gateway, which means basically all BCM functions. Most of them, at least. Oh, yeah, see, I don't have that, so we're gonna go back. Hopefully we can just skip this. Automatic scan. Perfect, it's scanning. So it's a 23 Gladiator, 26,000 kilometers. It's not gonna have any codes, but we're just gonna go through functions. We're gonna check modules, what I can see for PIDs on a little Bluetooth scan tool, and we'll go from there. All right, so it took under a minute. I should, sorry, itchy throat. I was gonna let it run, but this video doesn't need to be that long. So we'll click on what looks like diagnostics. There's no DTC, so I wanna go to live data and see what we have available here. Is there a way to select all? Oh, maybe not. So we'll see what it reads. 0 to 561. I wonder if that's including all modules. Obviously, there's going to be some doubled ups there if it is. I'll go here. Might be easier to see. I did drive this, so the cat should be pretty warm. 2 minutes for a good trip. Just seeing there's a lot of stuff here, which is nice to see. We're gonna go to, I want to see if there's graphing. Engine coolant, let's see if there's graphing. Oh, look at that. On and off, obviously. What else does it show? That's neat. Oh, you set your points, that's good. We'll go to something a little easier. So my first instinct is to hit back. So you just gotta close this, it's still on the main page. Let's see if we can get to the O2 sensors. It's not showing graphing options here. Fuel system in run mode. Let's see what that looks like. We've got another graph here. Oh. Unexpected. Nothing special. Just going through this with me. I want to see graphs. There we go. That's max 3.2, minimum 0. Minimum would be start. Let's see what this other graph looks like. Come on. Again, this isn't the program. This is a fat fingers. Oh, you can set your mins and max. It's so weird. It's grayed out. Why would you gray it out? Like cancel. It looks like it's not. It might be settings. I'll check settings there. That's one. Let's close this. Pulse width heater should be pretty up and down. Let's see if we can zoom out. That's a little better. Oh, it just automatically goes back. Okay, that looks a little better for a pulse width modulated. It looks like it's at 60, maybe 55%. Yeah, it seems to be about there. Degrees, let's see what this looks like. It just goes up. Nothing special. Not everything's graphable. Pulse width, that's bank 2, sensor 2, or sensor 1, sorry. I'm trying to see if there's anything here that would look odd or out of place. Airflow, let's see if on startup. It should show initial start, yeah. So it's kind of a, there's a rule of thumb. At idle, it should be roughly 1 gram per cylinder, so it's a V6. That's just a rule of thumb. It's not written in law, so we're getting about 4 grams for a V6 at idle, and I'm only at about, I don't know, say 650 RPMs. So maybe if I brought it up to like 800, but that might double it. So yeah, I'm sitting at about 800 there. There's nothing written in stone. That's just something you try to look for. Let's see. Close the vault. There's a lot of stuff here. Let's just scroll down. 561 seems a little excessive. Yeah, see, we're getting into overdrive. They combined the transmission with this. Kind of thought so. So we're gonna go back. Oh. ABS. Let's see what's in the ABS. Let's see what we can get in BCM. Hopefully we get something. Live data. Configuration. That's weird. Model year 2023. Auto beam. A lot of little things. 5-position pulley shifter. Okay, yeah. Let's put it back into 2. Semi-automatic. Run flat tires present. Seems like a lot of factory things here. Come on. Max load inflation. Interesting. Police lighting feature in a Gladiator? Generic, transfer, wheelbase. Doesn't tell you which. Fuel capacity, 83 liters. I believe it. Put that in the ABS module. Interesting. A lot of cool stuff in here, but it's like every single option that could be on a Chrysler product seems to be in this. Axle ratio. If that's 100% accurate, that's kind of a nice place to find it. Transfer case flow. All rear. Dynamic tire circumference. I wonder if it's using the ABS sensor to calculate the wheel diameter, kind of like Honda does. Maybe it'll tell you if something's wrong. Maybe it won't. Steering wheel sensor set to 0. Definitely not. It's on an angle right now. What else we got in here? Air quality present. There's a lot, like 651. I don't know if it's adding to the PIDs, but it seems kind of crazy. Let's just... Military lighting, again, it's like adding everything. I don't think it should show what's not there. So just for fun, I tried to go into the SGW. Obviously, because I didn't pay to go in there was nothing. It just said rolls 1 through 26 and no data available. TCM, again, they were showing the live data. Okay, so they split it up here. There's a lot of good information in here. Will an average tech be in here? This day and age, they're replacing parts, but it's still good to know, to see what's going on with ply pressures and currents and solenoids. That way, if you do have to decide to call an expensive component, you at least have verified proof. A lot of technicians don't read that data. There was always someone told me, a very, very smart person, is when he worked at GM, technicians would send down the line to him because he was a transmission specialist, and they'd say, it's got a transmission issue. He would troubleshoot it and say, no, this is an engine issue. It's not a transmission issue. And then it would go back to the technician. That technician would be upset because they tried to wash their hands of it. But a lot of the time, it was an engine problem. Something in a sensor or something up there that would cause the transmission to act up. And it's a skill to determine which is which. A lot of people, see, I hit back one more time. Nope. A lot of technicians have that hard time distinguishing, like drivability and driveline vibrations. It's tough. It's a tough industry. It takes a lot. So let's see. Let's go into the IPC. Live data. 5 PIDs, seatbelt alert system, kilometers. This one's actually accurate. Interesting. A few scan tools I've hooked up. I've actually had less kilometers than what's shown on my thing. So that's good. What else we got here? Radio frequency hub. I've never really... I mean, yeah. Let's see what's in there. Can't be many. 299. Yikes. Okay. Ah, there, see? 26.5. It's off by 3. Why in radio frequency? So, RKA. No, I don't want to see that. Let's go back here. Strength, 269 pulses. Number of keys programmed, 1. That's interesting. You're seeing some of the security data here coming in through the transmitter. So maybe, check position, you'd still be able to do some diagnostics without having to pay Chrysler there, their little subscription fee, which I don't even know what it is. Automatic, yes, park. D1, that's drive. No, it didn't go over. Manual, no, okay. Pressed, not pressed, always good to check your brake lights. Voltage 14, what's it showing on the tool? 13.7. All right, locked in. So, radio frequency hub. This has got some good information in here. Again, clutch switch. Right rear, stream, false. There's a lot of antennas in cars. I've never looked for them on a Jeep, but usually it's by the rear tailgate, the two doors and the handles, obviously by the start button, and sometimes there might even be one near the hood. Sometimes you'll get a code saying circuit at a range or voltage high or low, basically an open, and the vehicle will be fine. It just, you might have intermittent issues like, oh, it's like I'm touching the rear tailgate and it won't open. That's weird. And then it works because it'll get a signal from one of the other locations, and it might go in its entire life and that component can be failed and won't cause any issues, just delayed responses that people don't quite understand. So yeah, a lot of information in here. That's good. Let's go back. What else? Let's check the equipment. Actually, you know what? I do a lot of this stuff. There's information here. Let's check. Okay. I want to go back one more. Special functions. So every scan tool is bad for just generically throwing all these on here. So we don't have a suspension update. Tire size reset. That is a thing possible on Jeep. Usually you have to buy a taser or something called a taser where you're able to reprogram it. Gladiator. Before you can access, okay, is this school? No. Would they make it go through this? That's not supported. Okay, that's good to know. Let's see what else we can do. ABS bleed. Oh, not good. Jeep. Is it going to be under Chrysler? What's this? American? We'll just go automatic. Yes. No. I want to hit yes to everything. TCM, ABS bleed brakes. Okay, it looks like you can do it. We're going to hit cancel. My dash lit up. We'll go back. What else has it got? TPMS reset. I mean, most Dodges you just drive and the TPMS learns. So, yeah, you can have a speeded up function. Would it be in here? This function's not supported. I'm going to say it's automatic on this one, like a lot of Dodge products. You just put the tires on and it learns after driving for a little bit. So that's why it's not supported. Power balance, injector coating. I know I'm going through a lot of functions here. If it's not under Jeep, I'm not going to bother, so it's not a thing. It doesn't have a Checktronic. It doesn't have an EB or electronic parking brake reset because this thing's got manual parking brake. Seat calibration, that's if you get into a crash. Let's see if it's available. Video is going to be long. My apologies. Some people want to see these functions. No. Not supported. Yeah, not the end of the world. Windows initialization. Again, we'll check. It's a common problem on Honda products, believe it or not. Window initialization, the window will go up and then automatically go back down at the slightest pressure. So we'll see if this is supported. No. It's going to ask you every time, not supported. It's probably got a manual relearn. Just hold the button up for like 10 seconds. Transport mode, gearbox expedition. Again, automatic detection. Do you have the CAN network? So yada. No. Ooh, I didn't think it would be under TCM. Not supported. Let's go here, not supported. Okay, no function there. Cam sensor adaptation. That'd be a crank relearn. Oh, sorry, American Jeep. No, no, no. You know the routine if you're this far in the video. Not supported. Control unit, ECU, no. Sunroof, we don't have that. Gearbox, obviously no. Nope. It's a gasoline. EPS, we may do that. Should be under ABS, or maybe it'll be under electronic steering power module. Should be 2 modules. Yeah, okay. Let's see this first. I'm curious. No. Should be under there, not supported. Okay. I want to go back to the modules. Just want to see if the quick function isn't doing what it's supposed to do. Because sometimes going into a system, we'll check ABS, you have more clear and actuator test. No. One back. Sometimes you have more, I don't know how to explain. You click on the quick link and it doesn't work, but you go right into the module and you're able to do this stuff. Nope, doesn't have that function. Well, darn. Tire AC relearn, BMS reset. Let's see if that's... So this has 2 batteries having a start-stop system. Let's see what we can do. It's becoming common to program batteries. What a world. Not supported. Okay, so I imagine I didn't see oil change reset in here. Oil life reset. Let's see. Everybody has this. You can basically do it on the vehicle itself. Yeah, so it's sometimes when it's not supported, you can do it on the vehicle itself. There's no reason to have a extra function in a scan tool. So let's check out some other things on here. Report, settings, unit, blah, 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 firmware, workshop information, nope, Bluetooth, unit, language, imperial, metric, whatever you want, US units. Seems like an all right little tool. It'll get you by. Figure I'd pull out the thermal imager here. It seemed like the thing got a little warm when I was playing with it, but it's not that bad. It's at like 30 degrees. Let's see what a light looks like. Not the end of the world. Thought you'd like that little image there, because sometimes you pick up these little dongles and they're like on fire. So this is my review of the XTOOL A30M. I'm very, very hard on these. You got to understand, I have a very hard product to review because Chrysler is locking out people from the security CAN network, basically, or gate access, whatever you want to call it. So it makes things very difficult. So that means I'm going to be pretty hard with these tools. But overall, this is really good. Like I said, this feature here, like you have a light on there, display, it's not accurate. They can definitely improve on that. It tells you you actually have your Bluetooth, the vehicle connection. That's great. CAN network, it's communicating. Again, and again, they put that switch on both sides, because remember, not all DLC connectors are made the same. Some will be inverted, upside down, whatever, and in some tight spots. I noticed some of these little handheld ones, they get pretty damn thick and long. This is compact. It's something to think about. I can't remember the price point. I will put the link in the description. They gave me a discount code. Post what you think. I love when they send me these. I get to review them all the time. I'm getting a stockpile of them. I basically, once I'm done reviewing them, I just kind of... eventually I'll do a comparison to like 6 or 7 of them and tell me what you think of that. So Lance Mechanics, have a good one.